What's going on today, guys? So basically gonna do a rundown of the wiring because we've been having some questions on how to do it, what's right, what's not right. So first thing first, I'm gonna show the big three upgrade. So you have your block ground going to your chassis ground. Then we have the wire off of the back of the alternator. This one right here goes around the back to the positive on the alternator, running nice and cleanly up and around right to your positive terminal. Okay, then you go to the negative side of your battery. Then you want to also ground that to the frame or to the body. Then after that, that's pretty much the only thing that you have to do as a big three upgrade. You want to upgrade your ground for your motor, your ground for your battery, and you want to upgrade the positive that goes from your battery to the alternator. After that, you're going to take a positive 0 gauge, one run, and that's going to go through the car. Gonna come up through there. Oh no, yeah, right there through the car. Keep coming through back here. You're gonna pop out right here back behind the seat. And then under here is where I have my extra battery. Now, that main lead from your battery up under the hood is going to come back to the positive on your second battery in the back. Then from here, your ground side, you can just find a ground somewhere here in the back. I use the seat bolts, the rear seat bolts for that. Solid grounds. Can't really go wrong with them, and I've never had an issue with them. So that being said, you just ground out on your ground side somewhere around here. Then you have your positive lead coming from the front battery. So everything at this point is tied in. This battery is in series with the battery underneath the hood. We went positive to positive and basically negative to negative, but we just made a new negative. That's the only difference. So it's technically still wired in series. And yes, this is an XS Power battery. They are allowed to be laid on their side. They do not leak or anything like that. I believe they're filled with like absorbing glass or something like that, I believe, if I remember right. So yeah, XS Power batteries can be laid on their side. I did it just because of the fitting of that little cubby. Obviously, it's a little too small for me to be able to stand straight up. So I got laid on the side. My amps and everything are under here as well. There's the 5K DS18 back there. This is the Machete 408 watt amp, 4-channel. And then as well, I have the fan on. I put the fan back on all time, so whenever the car is running, the fan is on and running as well. And I mean, this little cubby for our car is actually really perfect to put all this stuff under, because when the fan is going, even if I'm over here in this cut, I still feel plenty of air flowing through, like wind, not just air flow or maybe like a breeze or anything like that, but actual wind way over here from that one fan. So the fan works great. The wiring, like I said, it's not too complicated. You just basically, for this one to work and to run with your car, you have to run a positive from this battery to the one underneath your hood. That's basically it. And once you do that, you can just find your own ground for this one, and then boom, the batteries are wired in series. And then there was also some questions about the voltage. So basically, you don't need to have two of the same exact batteries to be able to run them in series. That being said, this battery obviously is a whole lot more powerful than the regular car battery that's under the hood. So this one is actually rated, I believe, at 14.4 volts, whereas the one under the hood is rated for 12 volts. It's, you know, your standard vehicle battery. So that one's going to be at 12 volts. However, these excess power batteries are built for systems and built to be able to put out more than 12. I believe, don't quote me, but I believe they're 14.4 rated. So when wired in series and everything like that, when all is said and done, I come out to right there around 14.4, anywhere from 14 to 14.4 is pretty average for me. Of course, once the base starts dropping, then you know you're using a lot of power, so therefore, you know, your voltage will drop. However, the reason why people do this is so your voltage doesn't drop too much, because you don't want your car to drop below 12 volts. That is going to cause some serious problems with your vehicle if you let it continuously drop below 12 volts. You will start having really bad wiring and electrical issues, especially depending on the year of the car. If you have a newer one, it's going to happen a lot faster. So, like I said, the batteries are wired in series. The positive on the back battery is this right here, this run that's going through the car, coming around here and coming right here. Again, you can clearly see there's 2 0 gauge on there. And again, you want to upgrade your grounds on your battery as well as the grounds for your motor. I think that is it. If you have any more questions, just let me know, and I will be more than happy to try and explain it a little bit better or in another way. My vehicle, this is all stock basically. I don't have an upgraded alternator. The radio is stock. So yeah, everything's done to keep the stock radio. We didn't want to change the stock radio out. And yeah, so yeah, well, anyways, when the bass hits though, I usually drop around to like 12.4, 12.5. I'll use like 2 volts when the bass is actually hitting and whatnot. I don't lose much, but your main goal, the main purpose for doing this is to make sure your vehicle does not drop below 12. You do not want that to happen. And this, my friend, I've had this battery on 2 8s, 2 12s, and 2 15s, and I have not seen below 12 volts. And obviously, we're pushing this amp as well as that amp on the same battery. Again, they're wired in series, so technically it's just one big battery between the two. Yeah, that's big main goal. That's the whole sole purpose of installing rear batteries, is so your voltage stays up. You don't want it to go down. Here shortly, I do have some repairs and fixes that I need to do. The other day I busted a terminal. Still have to replace or fix the front driver door speaker. It's right here, just haven't done it yet. I need somebody to solder all my wiring. And I just haven't had the time. like I said, guys, if you have any more questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, just drop a comment. I'd appreciate if you guys subscribe, hit the little bell so you can see when I post. My box should be done either today or tomorrow for the ZVXs. When I got these, it was really funny because I asked the guy, what are they wired at? They were already in a box when I got them, the red and black splatter painted box, right? He says they're wired at 1 ohm. And I'm like, okay. Because I know for a fact that these are 2 ohm. Pretty sure. Yes. Dual 2 ohm, right? So you literally cannot wire a 2 ohm sub at 1 ohm if you have 2 of them. The only way that works is if you have a, if you have a 2 ohm sub, 2 of them, the only way to do it is if you have a dual channel amp and to wire them each down to 1 ohm and run them off separate channels. I don't know why you would do that, but you know, when I got them out of the box, there was literally 1 set of wires to each sub. There was no jumpers. They only went to 1, and then it would go into the box. Same thing with this one. There was only 1 on the leads over here that went to the box. So I don't even really know what ohm load that is. But it was not right. So once I get everything going, I'll make another video so you guys can see it. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next one.